All right. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys here again. All right, guys. Good to see you guys here again. Apa kabar? Comment allez-vous? Good to see you guys. It's been quite a great day so far, and hopefully you guys are doing super well. What if I tell you that implementing emotion regulation strategies, I am about to share some of mine, strategies are closely linked to your well-being and your financial success. You're probably gonna say, no, can't do. Yes, it is. Emotions are the most present, pressing, and sometimes painful force in our lives. Yes, indeed, especially when you have gone through some of these adversities. They are certainly helpful in our daily life, but they can also affect our health and also our relationships when they spiral out of control. And that is the fact. All right, so I want to say something too, that all emotions serve a purpose, but the problems arise if and when those emotions get out of control. It's important not to sweep emotion under the carpet or under the rock, right? Suppressing emotion is no solution. Regulating them is the way forward. Is for thinking requires, obviously, and that's a skill that we all can adapt and can learn at this time. As with any other skill, this requires practice, and practice makes perfect, right? And excuse me, and dedication. Emotional mastery, I'll call it, is around the corner. So I want to dive in just briefly here some of my personal strategies for confidently and professionally and expressing your feelings at work, at workplace, in your business as a business leader, obviously. Mixing feelings with work, of course, never, right? Because society usually tells us to keep our work problems separately and home problems. It's like, no, we cannot mix it together. But it is totally separate, obviously, which ends up making a lot of people feel like they cannot bring their feelings on the table and cannot bring their feelings with them to work situations, right? But emotions is something that is reality, right? It's something that we all feel every single moment of our second in our lives. Here's the reality. Feelings are inevitable at work. Just like any other situations in life, you're going to experience these feelings and emotions in your work environment, just like in your home life, just like in your personal environment. So you cannot always act on these, but you can embrace them and knowing when and how you can express them. I think that's the key. A lot of us kind of don't know how to do that, right? Start with these 3 strategies, and I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to sneeze again. Okay, go directly to the source. If you have a difficult or uncomfortable conversation with anybody, with somebody, with your coworker, with your boss, with your supervisor, with your colleague, your best bet is to cut to the chase. Go directly to the source and ask them to have a intelligent, intellectual, mature discussion. One thing though about this topic, office politics, no way, Jose, tend to confuse and exacerbate the situation, and it's much better to involve yourself directly with someone rather than engage in like office gossip or workplace gossip beforehand because you're in an office environment and you don't want to mix that up, right? That kind of thing. Let's talk about sports. Who won last night, by the way? Super Bowl. You can always set up a meeting with your coworker or boss or supervisor to hash things out. Otherwise, if you prefer a much more casual or informal setting as to get maybe coffee, go for a walk, outside of work. Of course, you practice this COVID, 6 foot distance, social distancing and all of that. Be calm and know your stance, work environments. And it can be stressful. It can be very extremely stressful, but don't let that disrupt your calm disposition. Going into a discussion with a sense of calm is truly, truly an important thing, that you may be taking a bold stance, and that's perfectly fine. But you should make, you should make sure that you stay calm about it and don't get like fluffy and heated and all of this things around you, right? Be confident that you know what you're doing, and don't let them change as the conversation begins to take form. Don't change where you stand. You want to just talk in with conviction. And also the next thing that I want to mention, remember your why. So at the end of the day, you and all of your coworkers are there for the same reason. You're not trying to disrupt the structure or success of the company, right? The organization, the company, the business, nor are you trying to stir up unnecessary, drama, or make a tidal wave, or make waves, like as you say it, right? With anyone. You all have a why or a reason to be there. So your job is truly important to you, as your bread and butter. So try to remember this throughout your, dealing with the conversation, dealing with the dialogue and conversation with your coworkers and, everybody at your office and your office. You're trying to work through this and talk it out because you want to improve things. And that's the reason why you want to talk about this, right? Not make anything worse or make waves. Not unless you do, then that's another story. So don't forget that. We've already covered all of those 3 big strategies, as I promised, for expressing your feelings at work. But you're not limited to these 3, obviously. So every situation is different, and you gotta have to tackle it differently as well, as accordingly. So, excuse me. So take some time to think about your strategy, and create your strategy accordingly. All right, I'd love to hear yours. So if you are watching this and listening to this, I'd love to hear your strategies. Comment below. All right, thanks. Comment below in your post. Don't forget. Good luck, and hope all for the best for you. All right, this is Nicky. Thanks for watching.